Typography is the art of arranging letters and text in a way that makes the copy legible, clear, and visually appealing to the reader. In this video, I'm going to review some of the basics of typography and explain some concepts like typeface classifications, properties, and spacing. I will give you some tips for font selection and a simple tip to show you how to pair different fonts together. In the second half of the video, I will give you 10 websites where you can download commercial-free fonts at no cost. Serif and sans serif are the two main typeface classifications. The difference between serif and sans serif is that serif typefaces have small ornamental projections. These are called serifs, which explains the name. Times New Roman is a serif font because, as you can see, it has these projections. Serif typefaces were the first to be used in printing, and they give an elegant, formal, old-style aesthetic. T-shirt niches where you should use serif fonts are classic style and vintage niches. These designs from large brands are using serif fonts for vintage style shirts. A sans serif typeface does not have serifs. Arial is a common sans serif type. These look more simple, clean, and modern. They are the most common and versatile fonts of all the classifications. You will find that most t-shirt designs use primarily sans serif fonts. If you don't have a specific reason to use another classification, stick to these as they are clean, trendy, and modern looking. Script typefaces are based on the fluid, curvy strokes created by handwriting. They can be formal and informal. They can also be considered more relaxed and feminine. T-shirt niches that you should use script fonts in are women's niches, vintage designs, organic designs, and sports. Decorative fonts are highly decorated versions of sans serif, serif, script, and other font styles. They grab attention and look unique as they come in many varieties. T-shirt niches that you should use decorative fonts in are kids designs, gaming designs, and Halloween. The properties of a typeface include those seen in this diagram. They include baseline, X height, cap height, ascender, and descender, to name a few. Spacing is the adjustment of space between the letters and lines. Tracking is an adjustment in the space between all of the letters evenly. It is used to increase readability, but adding too much tracking can look bad, so do it incrementally. Kerning refers to the adjustment between two letters to correct unnecessary spaces and letter collisions. Modifying the space in between two letters fixes some mistakes that the default font makes when typed out. In this example, the word "ah" does not look good when simply typed out. You need to apply kerning and manually correct the awkward spaces. Leading is the space between lines of text measured from one baseline to the next. Like tracking, you do not want the space to be too large because this will cause legibility issues. X height is the size of the lowercase x in a font. The letter X gives a good indication of the relative lowercase letter height. The X height is crucial when combining different typefaces. Pairing the right fonts can greatly improve the quality of your design. An objective way to see if fonts will pair is to try to find typefaces with similar X heights and widths. This makes sure that they are proportionally similar and don't look odd. These examples illustrate this. As you can see, these font pairs look good when combined because their proportions match. The safest bet when combining fonts is to do so with different weights and proportions within the font family. This will provide a range of choices by having several weights that include italic, bold, and condensed fonts. To make it easy, you compare fonts from the same designer. They usually have the same style, and think of this when designing their fonts. It is also recommended that you combine serif and sans serif typefaces. As you can see in this same example, this creates contrast so the types don't look too similar. The X heights don't need to match in order for it to work. If you use fonts within the same style, make sure they don't look too similar. This attention to type is what can separate your designs from the others. Now I will provide some websites where you can get some free fonts. They are all commercial free, which will allow you to use them in your projects without paying for a font license. Number 1. Google Fonts. Number 2. 1001 Free Fonts. Number 3. Font Desk. Number 4, font space. Number 5, Creative Fabrica. Number 6, fontbundles.net. Number 7, Font Meme. Number 8, Font Squirrel. Number 9, Dribble. And number 10, The Font. Thank you for watching.